This is July 10th, 2025, and it is the full buck moon tonight. And I wanted to put this video out at the same time that I'm actually putting out a new video on my new channel. So please do stay till the end, and I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek at what I'm doing. Hint, it's thrift shopping for moody decor. Well, I just gave you the whole spiel basically, but do stick with me and I will show you where I'm going with it. So this, I thought I would create a shorter video and a full moon reading using Lenormand cards. This full moon is the buck moon, and it is in Capricorn, and I'm not an astrologer, but I do know that that really concentrates on, moving forward with being diligent and hardworking and organized and basically giving a lot of grit, if you will. It means that you are, not giving up and you keep going at it and you will see the results. So basically working hard in a nutshell. And now let's take a look at the reading and see if we can find some information that's goes along with the astrology here. I've used all 36 cards in the Lenormand Oracle deck here, and I've laid them out on a mat that I've created myself, and I am going to be coming out with a do-it-yourself embroidery, so you can do this and make your own if you're interested, and some for tarot cards as well. But I wanted to show you that this is called a grand tableau. I'm using all the cards, and it's laid out on the numbers 1 to 36 on that black mat there. The first thing that we look for in a Lenormand Grand Tableau reading is that first house. So on the black mat, they're each called houses. And I know it might be a little hard to see, but I'll read them out for you as we go along. So the first thing that we look at is that number 1 house, which is the Rider card. And on top of the Rider house is the Scythe card. And so the Scythe card corresponds with the number 10 in a playing deck, and you'll see it's the 10 of diamonds. And so there are a couple of different ways we can look at the Scythe card. It can be related to a quick cut, a quick stop. Something that you decide, I'm just going to go for it and just stop it. So we want to take a look at what is beside it. We do have the Key card, which is in the Clover house. So clover, everybody has a good, grasp on what a clover is. It's all about good luck. So what's really neat, and we've seen this before, is we've got clover, which means luck in the house, and on top of it is a key. So with that lucky second house there, I'm going to take a look back now at the Scythe card. I mentioned that it can be a really quick cut or a really quick movement, and that beside the lucky house means that you could be really lucky and very quickly. So that's a really good aspect here. You can also take a look at the Scythe as harvest time, and so that is typically nearing the end of the summer, or for some of you it might be even midsummer. You might be harvesting projects or your gardens or work things, what have you. And this is quite an auspicious duo here, and it's also backed up by the cards that are underneath them directly. There is the Ship, which is under the Scythe card, and it is sitting on the Bouquet house. The bouquet is basically like the nicest symbol that you can get. I read tea leaves, and the bouquet is the nicest symbol in a teacup. Okay, so I take that as the same thing when I read Lenormand cards. It does have other meanings, but for this purpose right here, that's what I'm sticking with. Now under the Key, you'll see is the Scythe house, and here is the Stars card, which for me basically means, shoot for the stars, if you will. Okay, so it's just all these 4 cards here are very auspicious cards. Now that we've read sort of the gist of this full moon reading and what it's all about, I'm going to move on and look at the bear card, which is in the first row, and I want to take a look at around the bear card. Now, the bear can be related to parenthood because there is a child to the left of it. So it could be that you are questioning something that your child is doing. You love them because of the heart and the bouquet underneath them, and that's a feminine card, so this could be related to motherhood. So you may have some worries about your child around this full moon. So you might, that sort of mama bear or that protective mother may be coming out within you. And you'll see that under the bear is the tree card, which also relates to family and the family tree. It can be related to growth as well, so I'll move on to that in a second. But if you are dealing with something with your child and you're, kind of confused, or you don't feel like you have all the answers, I have to say, with the astrology, I do know that there are retrogrades happening. And again, I'm not an astrologer, but this time could be that sort of cloudy time. This simply is a message as a mother to just hold your babies tight, hug them, wrap them up, and make them feel like they are safe and secure. So if they may be going through something that you don't know about and maybe they don't want to share with you, but you just need to be there to show that you care. Okay, so you will get through this period. There are some harder cards in the right hand side there with the whip and the snake, and that could represent this situation here. It's basically have faith. You'll see there's the cross there, and perhaps they are worried about school in the fall, and that could just be causing them some anxiety, and they may be worried about what's going to happen within school. The reason why I'm saying that is because of the tower card there, and there's the home right there. So maybe they're starting in a new school and they're quite worried about it. The snake and the whip above them, that's what they're worried about. So just hold them tight, as they may be looking to you as their biggest source of comfort. The next thing that I wanted to look at is the fourth row, and it basically tells a story, and it's on love and relationships. So although this deck just has a man and a woman, it's very non-diverse, old imagery here. It can be any sort of love relationship, but look at that. In between the man and the woman, there is the mountain. So there you are going through something maybe with this full moon that is an issue. And I believe it's related on the woman's side. So if you're a female watching this, maybe this is related to you and you have some concerns with your relationship. The reason why I say that is because the mountain is on the woman house. Okay, so I think that is more on your side. The man on the left, and I don't want to, I don't mean anything negative about this, but he's sort of just focusing on work and perhaps money. I see the fox is on the book house, and the fox is a work card. So he could be working hard at something, or like reading up on things, or, working at the ledger book, if you will, or studying something. And he's feeling kind of lucky. So this might come out of left field for him to know that there are issues. And you'll see that the coffin is beside him, and by no means does that mean that there's going to be a death. Okay, so the coffin card in the Lenormand deck, take a look at it. It's got a blue velvet blanket that's coming off of the coffin. And I'm taking that as he's holding things inside. So maybe he's not very communicative, or he does have things that he's holding inside and he's not communicating with you. This coffin is on the letter house. So there could be some sort of email communication or text communication, even between the two of you, where you've had some maybe issues on your communication together. It may be causing him anxiety. I see the anxiety card, the chatter, the birds above him. It could be work related too. Perhaps he's waiting to get some communication or news at work and he's just not telling you about that. Okay, so maybe open up the communication. Let those walls come down, or in this case, that mountain come down. It's funny because when I see this too, it's like maybe you're hiking on a mountain. It is summertime, so maybe you are on vacation and you're together, but still it feels like there's an issue between the two of you at this full moon time. So for the woman, I have to say that it's all based on what she's thinking about her intuition. You'll see that there's the mouse card, which is 2 to the right of her. There's the path card, and then there's the mouse card. The mouse card is on top of the moon, which is my intuition card. Okay, and it's definitely a more feminine aspect. The moon card is all about deep, dark, moody intuition. We are in a full moon, so our emotions are heightened. Our intuition is heightened, and maybe that's what you are honing in on if you are that woman. And you'll see the mouse is on the moon house, and the moon is on the mouse house. Okay, I know that sounds funny, but they are basically flipped. So very interesting. It's just a sign that at this full moon, your intuition is going wild. Okay, so maybe and it's related to your marriage. Take a look at that. The ring card is on top of the heart house. So it's really at the heart. Love is at the heart of the matter, and your commitment is at the heart of the matter as well. So, at this time, I wouldn't suggest to make any big decisions, nor would I suggest to have everything blow up. Okay, so just maybe wait until this energy, this very powerful, intuitive moon energy is past to sort of delve into things, especially if it's about money. So if you take a look at the fish card, which is above the man and the woman and the mountain, so the mountain is below the fish card. My fish card is related to money and wealth. So this could all just come down to an issue about money between the two of you, and it's causing lots of intuitive hits and worries and heightened emotions. So again, the mouse card, I should explain too, is sort of like someone, you feel like something's stealing things away from you. So I hope you don't feel like you are being stolen from. It could also just mean though that things are getting to you. Okay, it's sort of chipping away at you, like a mouse comes into your kitchen and steals your cheese basically, and keeps coming back and keeps coming back. Okay, so that could just be the issue. It's sort of like money has always been an issue and it's getting to you, especially at this full moon time. So I hope you feel like that this story is helpful in how to move on. Just wait and just sort of acknowledge that these may be the issues between the two of you, and maybe wait until you can feel like you are less, a little bit lunar about this, if you will. Everything is heightened at the full moon. We all know that, right? Emergency rooms are filled at the full moon. We know that there's more crime. We know that the tides are influenced by full moons. So are we. So this is a good time to acknowledge that this may not be the time to take on some huge issues, especially if it's related to your marriage and money. Okay, so I'll just move on from that, but I hope you've got something out of that. And finally, I just wanted to go through the fate line. So let's take this as the end of this full moon energy and how things are going to end up. So it's this last line here, and you'll see that it starts out with the anchor. These are all great signs. There's the anchor on the key house. So basically stay grounded throughout this full moon energy, because it can be a wild ride, along with this retrograde that we're going through. Your money will be okay if that has been the issue between you and your partner, your spouse, your loved one. Take a look at this rider who is moving on. He's moving forward towards the sunshine. Okay, that next card, the sunshine. The rider is on the fish house, which is that card about money. So don't worry about money. Things will be getting better. Do all the work, because remember, this whole reading, the gist is about moving forward and working diligently and organized, and just keep at things. You are moving forward in life, okay, in general. If it is a work related thing, as we started out with, then yes, you will be making more money. Things will look brighter. That sunshine is on the anchor house. So again, that's just another confirmation that things will be sunny. I know I mentioned that the bouquet is the nicest symbol in a tea leaf reading cup. Well, the sun is the nicest symbol, or the brightest symbol, that you can get in the Lenormand deck. It is, that beautiful sunshine. It's also very active. It's a masculine, sort of active, go for it kind of feeling. You are ready for things. So do take a rest if it is time for you to do so. Definitely do that, because things are going to get active after this full moon energy. And one last thing that I have to mention, I'll leave it on this note, is take a look at this last card in the reading. It's the outcome in the fate here. So after the full moon is over, you are left with the lilies card. And I have to point out, take a look at the images that I chose for the left and right side. I hadn't actually planned this out in advance. I didn't even look at the reading before I chose these images. They are images that I have drawn on witch hats on them. They're these old free images. They're beautiful. I sell these prints at the local shop that I read out of. And but this is July's, and so it's right at this time. And look at what she's doing. She's watering white lilies. I believe they are daylilies, and boy, is that ever serendipitous, right? And that always happens with when you are connecting with spirit. You're always going to have these very meaningful and beautiful messages to you. Everything is going to be okay. Just keep watering your plants, okay? So that's like giving your kids hugs. That is, holding off on causing any potential major blow-ups with your loved ones. It is just keep diligently working with the energies that we have. Okay, so I'm going to leave it on that note, and I hope you've enjoyed this reading, and all the best to you in this full moon. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you very much. I have to say that. And I have to tell you that I have a new project that I've started. It is called Moody Decor with the Laurel Witch. And it's on a new channel, and that's what it's called, Moody Decor with the Laurel Witch. So I hope that you will look for me there. I'll put a link to my first video, which is actually going up at the same time as my full moon reading. So I just wanted to let you know that I've got this, lifelong love of decor and design. I'm an artist and designer by trade, and this channel basically is a storyboard into my life as a creative maker. I'm in my 50s now, and I'm in the era of fully embracing my love for the mystical and moody decor, and with subtle nods to the wheel of the year, magic, and nature. So I hope you follow me along. I've really enjoyed doing this. My formal training actually is in fashion design, and I did have an emphasis on illustration, and I do a lot of artwork as well. If you follow me, you've maybe seen some of my prints and some of my artwork. And so in fashion design school, I did learn a lot about haute couture methods. So I do a lot of hand stitching and embroidery. I even sell patterns that I make for embroiderers and cross stitchers. I was also trained as a home stager, so I have a professional certification as a home stager. And so this all combines it all. And so apart from the readings, this is basically my other love. And it all kind of goes together. It's all very magical and combines my love of design with thrifting and decorating. So hope you'll stick with me, and please let me know what you think of my new first video. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.